What's good, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and we're back with more LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. This is Episode 5, Chapter 4, Degobah Free Play. Now, I have to be honest, this was one of my least favorite levels of all time. Well, maybe not of all time, but of this series. And the reason is that the story plays a little different than the free play, and we'll cover more of that in a minute. We're going to start things off by going ahead and making our way to the Cantina front desk. That's right, paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a call waiting for you at the front desk. Okay, well, we're here. It's Mr. Oh, wait. Turns out we're just buying the red brick for the 4X stud multiplication, which is going to help us collect all them studs and get those true Jedi requirements, as well as all of the rest of the collectibles and characters that we have to purchase, which we will be doing a live stream for once we get there. Don't forget to turn it on once you purchase it, of course. And once we get it all good to go, we've got a ×8 as well as the attract, as well as the Invincible. So we're pretty well set up here. We're going to jump back into the Empire Strikes Back and head all the way over to the 4th. That's right, not the Force, but the 4th. We're going to go to the 4th one. Use the 4th door. And inside we're going to find free play. And of course we're going to choose Forlom as he is our guy, our main hackerini. Now, I had to play this level about 5 times. Reason being, I'm terrible. No, that's not right. It's actually because of the way that the story plays versus the free play. There's a little bit different. If you guys know, remember you get to Yoda and Luke hops out and does all that. Well, yeah, it's a little different in free play. Start things off though. We're going to stack up the 3 box using the 4th, and we'll go ahead and jump up on top. Use somebody to glide over to the far right side. It is a little bit of a funny angle, so come towards the front of your screen as you're making your way to the right. And once we're done, we're going to go ahead and find this little path to the right and use the 4th. Again, the Sith, the dark side of the Force. And it's going to allow us to switch one more time to float across. That's right, get your drift on with 3PO. And out to the track we go. We find ourselves another John Deere. There are 2 John Deeres on Degobah. I got to be honest, the market is pretty strong out here for the John Deeres. Like, what is going on? Go ahead and build it up and then make your way around the track. Now, you notice that I just hit the brakes. Why is that? Well, there is a timer on these buttons on the ground, and it suits you to not go right away, because as soon as you hop on the tractor, it initiates one of those pads, but it takes about 1.5 seconds to get your tractor rolling. So I recommend that you stop for just a hot second, let it catch up, and then get your going on, because as long as you make a lap without touching the walls, that's all it should take. Maybe, as you can see, it took 1 extra button. We had to go around 1 extra one, but that's it. Go ahead and collect that red brick for the regenerate hearts and be on your way back. Now, this would have been cool. They should have let you drop right down into the swamp, but it makes you run all the way around this tree, and once you go around it, you're good to go. We're going to use Forlom for this section here because it actually has some long-distance pew-pews, as well as it takes out all the stuff close. And, of course, he's got that grapple ability. Now, as soon as we get across, we're going to get attacked by snakes and a few bats. But we're going to focus on, well, the true Jedi, for one, as we get that 80K. But we're going to focus on that Minikit floating around in the middle of the swamp. It's important to note, too, that you can roll around on the swamp ground as 3PO, but you cannot roll around as a human or even Forlom, for that matter. So you got to jump from that back wall there and make your way all the way out to the floating island, jump up top, and grab it. I'm a little behind on this one. I don't know why I'm so behind. I'll get caught up, I promise. As we make our way through the next little shrubberies there, we're going to find a nice pile of bricks that we can build up into. It's a pressure-sensitive switch. We're going to actually want somebody with the glide ability to go ahead and float around and make its way all the way to and from all the different switches that keep popping up here. It's a little back and forth and forth and back. Something like that. All right, we'll go ahead and make it all the way to the end. And now we are at Yoda's hut. Before going in, we're going to actually take a hard right and go over to this new section where we can use the dark side of the Force to make a new raft that'll take us back and forth to a section that has a hidden collectible. That's right. Hey, don't forget too, guys, we do have quick links down below in the video description. If you're in a hurry and maybe you're looking for a specific item, we already got that red brick, so maybe just click through to see the different mini kits, because sometimes that's all it takes is just a little visual. Oh, yeah, I got that one. Oh, wait, I never got that one. You guys know what I'm talking about. So use those quick links. Quickly click through the quick links. That's kind of a tongue twister. I dare you to say it 5 times fast. All right, we have officially collected the collectible. We got that Minikit. We're going to go back to the water here, but be careful, though. It is, it's kind of a funny angle, and it's also a doozy, because if you jump in, it'll melt you down. But as soon as it stops, go ahead and hop off to the kind of front left, and then make your way into the hut using somebody small. You have to use a smaller character, otherwise it will not let you in. Inside, we get a double score zone. We're going to go ahead and toss a bunch of bombs. We're also going to shoot things like crazy. And before we leave, we're going to use the dark side of the Force on this TV over here. Remember those TVs in the old days that had the huge frames around the outside? Like, there was almost more frame real estate than screen real estate. I feel like that's the time in the world that we were at when this was made. Did you see how big that frame was on that TV? How little the viewing area really was? Crazy. All right, we have officially eradicated. We redecorated the entire room, and we are out of here. Now, out in the middle here, you can stack those up and get up top, but there's actually only a blue, and if you have the attract studs on, you should be able to swoop it up without even building those. Next up, we're actually going to go to the back here. You don't really need to do any of this. I'm just grabbing some extra studdage because I know that one of the next bricks we purchase is 5 million. Ugh, that's a lot of brickage. All right, or a lot of studdage, rather. My bad. All right, so we're going to go ahead. And this is where I was messing up. So I kept missing this whole section right here. And as a result, I wasn't able to get these 3 bat pods. That's what we're calling them. I don't know what they really are. But the first one is right inside the doorway. Now, when you're playing the story, you actually come out of Yoda's hut with Luke and Yoda on your back, and you start kind of down in the bottom right-hand side, and you come through this the other way. So, like, you actually leave the same way that we come in, but, so I don't know what happened. I don't know why yeah, anyway, so I played this level like 5 times looking for this area. The first time I found it, and I found 2 of the 3. I didn't go over here, though. I got all the way to the end, and I had 2 of the 3 bat pods, and I had everything else. I had the True Jedi, I had everything, and I just started all over again. And then it took me like 3 more attempts to find these guys. Now, once you crack all 3 of those open right here, it's going to reveal a Minikit over here. And it's a good chance that you got this in story. It is really possible that you have already collected this, and maybe all the turmoil and troubles that I went through, you guys would have bypassed because you already did it. But, all right, so we're going to go ahead and use 3PO in the old, what do we call those things? Periscope, that's right. I almost had to pause it and Google it. You know, sometimes your brain just goes and you forget things. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you get old, peoples. I know a lot of you forget that I'm an old timer, but I really am. And hey, don't forget to click that like button, not only here, but on Facebook as well, as we do run that weekly giveaway where we have stickers, Lego, all sorts of things. We've given away games, t-shirts. I mean, over the years, it's been crazy. And I feel like, you know, you probably owe it to yourself to go check us out over there. Now, we would love some love on the Twitter sphere as well, as I'm failing miserable. I still need to make that fail stamp so I can go ahead and stamp, you know, my on-screen gameplay. Fail. That needs to happen. I feel like that needs to happen real soon. All right, as we make our way across, there is a grapple spot. Make sure you hop up there and grab that Minikit before destroying the debris and making your way into the next cave. As soon as we get inside, we get attacked by a bunch of bats. And we're going to go ahead and use the dark side of the Force to build a half of a bridge. That's right, the other half is waiting for us. We'll go ahead and thank you very much. And once we get over there, there's going to be some silver bricks. Make sure you don't fall off. Switch to somebody like Forlom or Chewy. Somebody's got them thermal detonates. And make some bricks on the ground. Build them up into a gravel point. And woo to the whoo. Here we go. You know what? I played this level 5 times. Every time I went up there and I grabbed that Minikit and I fell down and I successfully made it across the bridge, the one time that I don't make it across is the one time I actually use the footage. Anyways, we got a bunch of studs we could grab. Like up top to the left there with the grapple is definitely some more studdage. Off to the right here as we go across, there is a little hobbit hole we can sneak into. More studdage there as well. But after playing this level 5, I'm not kidding. After playing it 5 times, I was over stud collecting, and my wife was actually kind of spotting for me too, helping me figure out some things, and you know, she was tired of hearing me yell at the TV like, "Where's this Minikit?" I couldn't find that bat pod, so she was like, "Oh, I'll help." And after 4 times of watching me, she was like, "I don't know where it is, Brian. I don't think it's there. I think the game's glitched." Really, it wasn't. It was just a little mistake on our part, but. All right, so we got that Minikit. All you had to do was get up there, hack the terminal, and then, of course, shoot it with Forlom. It was a little bit of a funny angle, but as long as you stick the gun out of that little pocket there, you should be able to shoot it and drop it and then go collect it. Next up, we've got a silver brick wall preventing us from getting into this little cavern on the far right side as we progress the story here. And inside, we've got all these pressure-sensitive columns that even if you don't touch them, they drop off, which is kind of cheeky if you ask me. And then, of course, your buddy follows you across. It's not like Stranger Things 3 where you can tell your AI to stop. That was actually a really cool feature in that game that I think LEGO should incorporate. Now, the AI is usually pretty smart, but sometimes it's a not-so-I, right? Not so intelligent. And in those cases, like right there, it would be nice to be able to hit like the down button or, you know, something that would allow me to tell my other LEGO buddy to go ahead and just sit there and chill. Something to think about, huh? Ooh, head scratcher. If you haven't played Stranger Things 3, the game, it is definitely a fun game. It's not very LEGO-esque, but it is similar in the sense that each character has its own abilities, and you do toggle back and forth between them. So there are, like, you know, definitely some real basic similarities, but all in all, very different game. I had a blast with them. In fact, I love both of them. I love Stranger Things. I love LEGO. So, you know me. Got to get them all. Got to play them all. All right, so we were just fighting Vader for like the gajillionth time. We already fought him in story a few times. Now we're back in free play to do it again. Essentially, what you got to do is you got to hit him twice. I like the jump attack. I don't know why. It just seems to work the best. Then once you hit him a couple of times, he drops up, or actually jumps up to the high left side. Use the boxes on the ground to go ahead and lift yourself up. Do the same thing on the right once you get them all gone. Once that meter is depleted, we can go ahead and make our way through the back gate. Now, we're kind of in the home stretch here, not only for collectibles, but for the level itself, too. Hey, don't forget, we do have an Instagram account, too. I know that I don't talk about that a whole lot. Really, I want to start getting you guys on more social platforms. We are definitely on Twitter. We're definitely on Instagram. We're definitely on Facebook. You know, YouTube is definitely a big thing, too. You know, we've got some other things brewing around, and if you guys would like to see us on other platforms, let us know. You know, with a little bit of help that I got coming in from some of our new guys, you know, it allows us to expand a little bit more. Now, we were starting to build on Discord, too, but unfortunately, the guy behind that had to step down for a little bit, so we might take a wee break on the Discord, but we'll be back. All right, hey, as soon as we get that bridge up and get across here, we're going to go ahead and use the small hatch to go ahead and get up top, switch to somebody that can get their glide on, and then somebody that can actually use a lever, which, ironically, Forlom cannot pull a switch. But that was a little bit redonkulous. But we'll go ahead and drop down and build up the bricks that are now on the ground, which is going to give us a grapple point. But watch out, those bats are on the attack. They're being quite batty, if I do believe. Yep, look at that. They're driving me batty, is what's happening. Essentially, we got to build those up and use it to get up top. Once you get up there, jump, and you should be able to collect that Minikit. And hey, guess what? All you got to do now is just finish the level. There is a checkerboard path up high on the left side that requires dual forcings. That's right, we have to hop on a box, on a cube, and let our other guy lift us up while we lift him up. We're doing that right now. Get on there. Once we get all the way up top, we're just going to simply push that box down the checkerboard path, let it go boom on the ground, and then, of course, build those bricks into what I guess it ends up being some sort of a hack terminal. There, hip it to the hopper, and it just don't stop. All right, we'll build it up, and then, yeah, I think we just got to walk up and get our beep-boop-bop-boop-beep on one last time, and then it'll take us to the final totals, and we will be officially done with yet another level of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. You know what's crazy, though? There are still 36 levels of blue mini-kits, and I still have, what, 7 levels of regular? So, you do the math on that. There is still a buttload of... I'm going to be doing this until 2021. Anyways, use the force on the X-Wing out back, and as soon as you lift it up successfully, it's going to go ahead and regenerate hearts. Lock. That's right, it's going to unlock it. I said that kind of funny, but anyways, you know what's up. We got that true Jedi stud requirement. We're going to go ahead and stack it up. Now, I did mention that the next purchase we have is going to be for 5 million. That's 5 million. You heard me right. We don't get that one until the next level, though. We actually have to play level 29 Cloud City Trap, where we will actually unlock that brick in the first couple of seconds of the video. So, look at that. We got a nice little, it's a cute little X-Wing. Oh, so cute. All right, we go ahead and stack up a bunch of cheese. Oh, nice. So we will have at least a cool million left over. In fact, we're going to have 1.2 million. In fact, we're going to get a little bit more on the next level as well. Now that we got that ×8 stud multiplier, things are going to stack up real fast. All right, hey, that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, Episode 5, Chapter 4, Degobah Free Play. We stopped in and did a little redecorating on Yoda. Hopefully he didn't mind. As for me, though, I am happy to be through yet another free play level. And until next time...